Today we're going to test two of the most popular knives on Amazon, the PBS Adventurer and the 14-inch Bowie by Mossy Oak.
I'm doing this for you guys. We're going to see if it can chop through a nail and see how the metal holds up compared to each other. Let's see if we can cut through this. This Mossy Oak is a 3CR13 steel. It's corrosion resistant, but it does tend to lose its edge a little bit faster.
Be sure to stick around to the end. I'm going to soak both of these knives in some water and some vinegar to see how corrosion resistant they really are.
Very minimal damage. Little chip out of the blade there. And this BPS Adventurer is a 1066 carbon steel and is often used for heavy duty knives. It's known for its toughness. Quite, we'll go again. And there we go. Cut through that one. We got about the same, maybe a little bit more chipping actually on this one.
All right, next up we're going to try throwing these knives and see how that works. Personally, I like how the smaller, the BPS Adventurer, fits in my hand better than this Mossy Oak.
They actually both throw pretty good.
If you're wanting to throw at something, this one's pretty heavy. It's got a lot of push behind it. So after throwing the knives a couple times, this 14-inch Mossy Oak, the handle is starting to separate a little bit from the tang here. Right there. I was able to push it back in a little bit. I would say this one is winning so far, except for it did chip a little bit more when we were chopping through that nail. I've got a couple more tests with these knives. I just want to see how resistant they are to rust. We are going to get them wet and let them out overnight and see what happens. If you're interested, you should check out my video on my cabin build, or I have a comparison test on two hatchets, a Helco Work and a Wilfix one. Two cheap, one cheap hatchet and one expensive. We got the BPS Adventurer right here. That comes with a nice sheath with a ferro rod right built into it here. I like that feature. The Mossy Oak, the case is a little bit cheaper. Not as good quality, you can tell, as this one, at least in my opinion. All right, which one can chop better? Let's start with the PBS Adventurer, see how many chops it takes to get through here. $107. Now for the Mossy Oak, the 14-inch Mossy Oak here. I think this will be a lot less. $18. This thing's got so much more weight and length to it. It's not a surprise, but it's very bulky. So it's not super practical to carry around all the time, but it does make a good chopper. So they actually both make pretty good sparks with the ferro rod. BPS Adventurer just feels a little bit sharper on the edge, but they both make good sparks. Okay, so now we're going to test how corrosion resistant they are. We're going to leave them out at least overnight here. I'm going to get them wet. I got a wet towel here. And just let them sit on that overnight and see if it gets any rust anywhere. Now we've let these knives soak in some water. I put a little bit of vinegar in here, and here's the results. The Mossy Oak is the clear winner here. I figured that would happen. Thanks for watching TrekSquad. Let me know in the comments below which knife you like better. Personally, I like this PBS Adventurer better. It just fits in my hand better. It's a better bushcraft knife in my opinion.